Oh my. Wow. Let's show him live for a second. Oh my god. I'm blown away. Absolutely blown away. Where's my system here? Going up. Oh my god. Okay. Let's go here. Make sure I'm live. What's up? What's up, people? What's up? Oh my god. What is going on? Wow. Oh man, wow. Wow, man, I'm blown away. I'm absolutely blown away. I'm blown away. I am blown away. Make sure my stream showed up here so I can exit this. Hang on a second. Okay, there we go. What's up, guys? Wow. I'm not that shocked. To be honest with you, I'm not that shocked. What I just seen, I'm not that shocked, but I'm just like, oh man, I'm just happy though. What I just seen though, I'm happy. That was crazy. Yeah, do this. DC crying. You know what's funny about that? People have called that for months. People have been calling this for months. They literally been calling this for months. They're like, oh, DC ain't gonna beat what's his face. He ain't gonna beat him. I, for one, I'm like, listen. Whatever you say, you can say whatever you want, but bottom line is, you know, he's got a point. And it's not pause this. Technically, he did earn the fight. He was the interim champion, so technically, that kind of automatically puts you in the bracket for the fight. The problem was obviously he tested for a drug or something like that wasn't a banned substance. Now, I know a lot of people might be a little upset about that, but keep in mind, Jones has fought them all, and he's already their top poster boy. You know, he's their top. He's their top poster boy. He fought one fight. Yeah, I know. Oh man, wow. I'm shocked though. I'm shocked. All this hype from Cormier, all that hype. Kind of feels like that Xbox One X, man. All that hype, and it just crashed. It crashed and burned really hard. Wow. I guess I'll just go into the other. Sure. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he had 2 years. Jones versus Brock. That'd be boring. All Jones or all Brock would try to do is go for takedowns. That'd be boring. As far as the pay-per-view is concerned, Chris Cyborg, obviously you guys know Chris Cyborg's now the UFC featherweight champion for the females, so she's now champion. You got Tyrone Woodley. He beat the grappler. Literally, that's all the dude wanted to do was go for takedowns. And that wasn't really that interesting, to be honest with you. I kind of called that. I'm like, okay, is he at least going to set it up? No, he went for straight jabs and tried to go for takedowns over and over. So Tyron Woodley won that. Main event. That was the main event we all looked forward to. Jones versus Amazing Abs first. And obviously we got to Jones. Jones came in. Man. What I liked about this fight, though, I'm gonna give DC credit. DC legit, he improved over the first time they fought. If you guys remember the first fight between Cormier and Jones, Cormier was gassed. He wasn't in his best shape. You know, he was like real sluggish when he was moving, and all that jazz. He wasn't really in the best shape to be where he needed to be to fight Jones. And this fight, I will say that he did a good job, at least going toe-to-toe with Jones. I will say that. He landed some good strikes. He did do that. Yeah, I am a little mad about Rumble Johnson retiring, man. That was stupid. I mean, he didn't even follow the game plan. He went for takedowns against a guy who is known for grappling. That was just stupid. So I don't know what was wrong with Johnson or Rumble Johnson. I really don't. But, I mean, hey, he wants to retire. Let him retire, guys. Let him retire. He'll be missed, obviously, but he's retiring. Jones versus Cain Velasquez. I'm not gonna lie, that would actually be a good fight. Cause that would actually be a good fight. I would like to see that. That would be a good fight. But anyway, I give Cormier credit. He was able to stand with Jones. You know, they were trading back and forth. He actually knocked Jones' mouthpiece out. I was like, you know what? That's good. You know, he's actually doing a good job. But what's crazy about this fight, though, is how significant it was. You see, Jones is the only dude that beat this guy on and like give him a loss on his record, right? Like Jones is the only person to give Cormier a loss on his record. And oh my God, let me tell you something though. Now Jones made another historical event right now. He's the first ever to knock him out. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. The video packages hyping this fight up and everything. It was just like, wow. The video packages. The headbutt shouldn't have stopped the fight. Nah. You never wanna continue fighting when you take a headbutt, especially in boxing or MMA, because that distorts your vision. That actually distorts you. So technically, it had to stop the fight a little bit, just for him to recover, because you don't want to do that, because that can lead to a serious concussion, especially when he's not fully composed. You don't want to do that. So I get what you're saying, though. Yeah, DC did have him. DC had him a few times in this fight. You know, from the clinch, you know, with the uppercuts to a few trading back and forth to a few combos with like punches and kicks to the legs. Yeah, those were actually well done, but it was just like, I don't know. You like the whole time in that fight, I was like, okay, Cormier, you gotta do something different, man. You can't just try to like clinch with him. Jones is smart. Like he'll let you clinch with him, but at the same time, he's smart. Well, he'll set up like an elbow or a point. Like, he's smart. That fight was crazy. That fight was crazy, man. The head kick that shocked the world, I guess you can say, man. The head kick that shocked the world. That stunt, man. I wasn't even expecting it. I thought he was going for a body kick, and it just ended up being a head kick, and boom, he's rocked. He's rocked, flying knee to the gut, punches to death, and he was done. That was it. Wow. Wow. Was anybody even on Jones' side? All right, was anybody even hoping for Jones to win this? It was like watching Jones versus Machida all over again. Nah, not really. Machida didn't really. Well, I can't say Machida put up that crazy amount of fight. He did okay. It wasn't that crazy fight. Oh, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. That is crazy. Wow. Oh man, that's what I'm talking about. That was awesome. You knew he would win. You knew Jones would win. Yeah, I kind of was 50-50. Gave him his fight for money. I like Jones for him. Yeah, I mean, he earned it. I mean, he did earn the fight, but I agree. I do agree. He should at least fought at least probably two more fights before he got the title fight. But keep in mind, he hasn't been beaten on the rankings. Like all the guys, even in that 2 year absence, I guess you can say let's say 2 years. Even in the 2 year absence, it was just like, yo, Jones still hasn't been he hasn't lost in the bracket. You know, he's still number one. And that's what Cormier obviously was eating Cormier alive. He was like, "Yo, listen, I'm gonna be number one. I'm gonna beat John Jones." And it's like, okay, okay. The fight comes and, whew, Jones is king again. That's it, man. That's crazy. I thought it was a good pay per view though. What you guys think? I thought it was a good pay per view. Definitely would like to see the rematch. Oh yeah. Definitely, both of them are definitely beasts. Yeah, Jones Psychology had the edge and the hunger. Very true. Very true. Very true. Yeah. There's just no doubt that there's no doubt Jones got the talent, man. He knows what to do. He knows how to get in there. He knows how to set up the strikes. He knows how to just end it fast. He knows how to do it. Cormier. One thing about Cormier that just got annoying for the most part when he was champion was just the overwhelming amount of clinches this dude just tries to go for. Instead of just striking, instead of going for head kicks and all that, he likes to clinch and slam, clinch, slam, clinch and strike. And that right there is just like, I'm not a big fan of that from Cormier. Not a big fan. But again, he did good for what he did. He had three title defenses, and he was the champion for 2.5 years. So that's pretty good. That's really good for MMA. He was a champion for 2.5 years, following Jones' absence of, which seems like 2.5 or 2 years. Because remember, he was suspended for a year, and he was suspended for another year for the banned substance. So, I mean, my only gripe with Jones, though, I hope he doesn't mess this up. I really don't. I really do hope he doesn't mess this up in the real world again. He stays true to himself. He's a fighter, true, but you gotta make sure you're a fighter, outside, inside, and inside the, So he had to clinch with Jones because of the reach. Well, I mean, yeah, Jones I give him a pass with, but I'm talking about every fight. It's like every fight, DC has to just find way to clinch, find some way to clinch. That's what my little gripe is with DC. With him. Yeah, pretty much it though. It's a pretty decent pay per view. I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed myself. Obviously we got McGregor versus Mayweather. So we got that for August. Looking forward to that as well. But it's awesome. It was definitely a good show. Definitely a good show. Not the greatest show, obviously. Not the greatest show, but it's a good show. I enjoyed myself. And question is, will he get his rematch immediately, or will DC get something else? But man, DC crying was hilarious. I'm sorry. I found that funny because after all the talk, after all the personal shots DC took at, Jones and his family, man, him crying at the end, it was just, that was just hilarious to me. Let's see. Cyborg is for real. Yeah, she's good. Cyborg is, yeah, she's really good. She definitely owned that fight. She did a good job. Gotta give the other girl credit. She was tough too, but I kind of saw it. I already knew Cyborg was gonna win that, no doubt. Yeah, he did. He did seem humbled. I just hope he understands, man, that as quickly as he had it, or as quickly as he regained it back, it's so quickly he can lose it just from doing something stupid outside the company. You know what I mean? So hopefully he understands that. Yeah, I'm champion again. Yeah, I'm back to being, king, and I'm back to being called the number one pound for pound heavyweight fighter, or pound for pound fighter in MMA. I'm back to doing all that, but it was like, yeah. Oh yeah, he did. He did predict that tearful loss. He did do that. He did do that. Glad I didn't pay $60 though. Yeah, I didn't pay $60 for this. I actually watched this on YouTube. A lot of people were streaming it, kid you not. So I was able to watch it on YouTube live, and I had fun. I enjoyed myself. Man, man. Oh, Cormier, man, Cormier. Come on, man. Wow. I'm sure I was like enter his name. Hold on, John Jones. Mm. Calls out Brock Lesnar. Did anyone else notice? Yeah. Did anyone else notice that Jones looked a little like extra skinny now? Like he didn't look as buff like he used to. I was kind of a little scared about that when he came back. Like in this fight, he didn't look like as crazy like buff as he did before while being skinny. Because remember when he first was champion and he was defending all that, dude was like legit a beast, and he was just tall. You know what I mean? So that's gonna be I didn't notice. I noticed that he looked a little different in this one. I was like, okay, did his training go down or something? Like, did it go down? Something tells me it didn't. No, something tells me it didn't. Something tells me it didn't. Woodley versus GSP. Yeah, I want to see that. I want to see that because we all know why GSP left the UFC. It wasn't because he was tired of it. It was just because he didn't have no competition. That was the main reason he left the UFC. He had no competition. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Is there anything else we're going to talk about? Yeah, that's about it. Pretty straightforward event. Didn't drag on. Didn't go too long. So it's definitely worth the time. A lot of quick rounds. It felt like only one particular fight went the distance to 5. And that was Woodley versus, what's his name? I forgot his last name. But it was Woodley versus him. Jones versus Cormier ended in the 3rd round with Jones hitting him with a head kick. He said GSP is the only fighter you're spending cash on to see. I understand. Yeah, he's a beast, man. I don't think he'll give it up, though. I don't think if he does win the title back, I wonder if he's gonna like stay and retain it. If he actually beats Woodley, will he like legit stay and defend it? That's my question of the day. Will he defend it? Will he actually be champion and stay champion? So that's gonna be interesting. That's definitely gonna be it. Let's see. Let's look up GSP's record. So it's what, 25-2? Yep, 25-2. So yeah, Woodley better bring it on, man. Yeah, true. He could do that. He could win it and leave and prove a point that way, saying, hey, look, there's a reason why I left. I was champion. Nobody could beat me. I'm champion again. Nobody could beat me. I'm done. Yeah, he could do that. Yeah, that was good, man. That was a good main event. Definitely a good main event. I'm ready for Brock versus Jones. Let's go. Brock Lesnar versus John Jones. I don't even see that being anything that's gonna like. Well, I mean, it'll be a good fight in terms of money. Obviously, it's gonna bring money, but it's like Lesnar versus Jones. I mean, let's see. We got a dude who's not only good at standing on the ground, obviously with Jones, like, I mean, you guys see how tall Jones is now. He blocks takedowns. You got that in Jones versus what's his name? Versus Lesnar, who isn't really the greatest in standing up, and when it comes to ground game, he's not really the greatest either. But he does, unless he's like on like it's like he's like on the top position sort of thing. That's when he's like okay, like he's a good striker on the ground, but he's not really a good technical person on his back. So that's going to be kind of weird to see. But I mean, I'll pay to see that. I'll be interested to see it, obviously. But yeah, that's that though. That is that. Oh man, that's crazy. And well, anything else? Anybody else got any questions? Anything? Probably leave out of here. It's my quick little reaction to it. Yeah, anybody got any questions? Like any thoughts after the fight? Were you disappointed? Were you happy with it? You try Lawbreakers off subject? Not yet, not yet. Even though Cliffy B is triggering the Xbox fanboys with with the whole Lawbreakers thing. He's triggering them, so not yet. No, okay. All right, well, that's it though. I appreciate everybody coming by, man. Not really a live stream, just a reaction. So appreciate everybody coming through, man. I thought it was a good pay-per-view. I thought it was good. Definitely worth a watch if you wanted to see. The beta's good. Good to hear. I might have to check that out. But as far as this pay-per-view is concerned, I thought it was good. That was a good pay-per-view. That was good. It didn't drag on. It was very simple. It was straight to the point. And I thought they did a good job. Thought they did a good job. John Jones, that was a good fight between him and Cormier. Both guys left it all in the octagon. And Cormier, I don't know what's going to happen with Cormier. Maybe he might go back into depression. I don't know. Has Xbox messed up so bad that when PlayStation 5 was launched, will they lose the next generation? Honestly, every generation, the winner, it comes down to the games. It comes down to the games. Microsoft they haven't invested in anything. The last legit games they invested in was last generation when we got Gears of War, we got Fable, Alan Wake. We had, what was the other ones? We had a few other games. And then this generation, we kind of got some investments. We got Sunset Overdrive, and we got Quantum Break, Recore, obviously, and Scalebound, but that got canceled. The thing about these games is that Microsoft only picks 3 out of like a potential 6 games that could be great heavy hitters. You know what I'm saying? If you just pick Halo, Gears, and Forza all the time, that's really going to hurt you in the long run. You see, people are going to catch on. Now, obviously, you're going to have the fans of those games. The fans of those 3 particular games are going to buy the console. That is true. There's no denying that. But when it comes down to the overall like quality of everything else and everything like in terms of variety, that's where they mess up. And that's where they don't have anything that entices somebody to go, I think I want to dish out $500 to pick up this console. And yeah, because people said it was a terrible game. Oh yeah, I would love to see Remedy with Sony, but people said Quantum Break was a terrible game, not because of like how it was, where like the story and the world, not because of nothing like that. It was a good concept. The problem of the game was the way it was executed and the way the powers were used. For example, you have to rewind back time. I kid you not, this is not a joke. When I say this, I played the game. You have to rewind time, okay, to open the door. Yeah. And that's stuff like that just aggravated people. And people weren't really interested. Xbox seemed confused. 3 something consoles, one that had never been done apart from saying, I don't. Yeah. The thing is, Phil thinks people just want power, and that's all they want. He thinks people want power in third-party games, and that's just not the case. It's not the case. People want variety as well as the best third party, which is why I said Nintendo. I said Nintendo could easily dominate if they had the best third party as well as first party, you know. But Nintendo doesn't listen, and then I get attacked by Nintendo fanboys, and they'll scream, going, no, 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 they don't need that, and that's what leads to that. So that's where that's where the point kind of stands for that particular thing. As far as Remedy with Sony, I think Sony would absolutely love to have Remedy on their team because Remedy would actually have freedom. They wouldn't be just confined in one area like Microsoft. Like, you see Microsoft games and developers, they're all in one room, and you see like Phil Spencer. You always see Phil Spencer in the background, or you'll see Major Nelson in the background, like monitoring them. Yeah, that's not cool. New IPs just don't sell on Xbox, and that's something Xbox needs. People complain we want more games, but we don't buy them. Don't buy them. True. It's very true. Very true. The main reason they're not buying these games, though, these Xbox dudes, is like, the reason why they don't want to buy these games is because they know, okay? They know that if they start branching out, and these are the fanboys, by the way, who think like this, not the real Xbox fans, but the fanboys don't support it because they know if these games legit become big, then that might end up being less Halos and less Gears. You know what I'm saying? That's the fanboys. The fanboys only like those particular games of like Halo, Gears, and Forza. Those are the main games. But the reality of the situation is you need more to entice the consumer. You need a variety. You know what I'm saying? If you look at the variety and you compare it to PlayStation from Xbox, it's like, okay, we have shooters, we have racers, and we have more shooters. And we have action adventure, I guess you can say, with Quantum Break. And I guess I can say horror, right? With Sunset Overdrive, or I mean, not Sunset Overdrive, Alan Wake. Okay? So that's what they fill. Those are the gaps they fill in. So that's me being a little generous. Okay? So let's see. We look at Sony. They got games for RPG. They're exclusive. They got Dark Soul type games like Bloodborne. They're exclusive. They got racers. They got fighters. They got action adventure. They got horror. They got, you name it, man. They got it all. Shooter. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's nonstop with Sony. And they got an exclusive Spider-Man game, which looks amazing. Microsoft's not offering me that, and Microsoft has all this money. That's the sad part. Why do Nintendo fanboys say Sony has no fun games? Listen, Nintendo fanboys like We Lover, you guys, you know who that retard is. Like, listen, those guys, they don't play games, they play gimmicks. If it doesn't have a gimmick, it ain't fun. There you go. End of story. The end of story. That's true. I like Xbox, but the Xbox One is just for family. It is, man. I have no problem with the Xbox brand. I have no problem with it. I like Xbox Live, but I actually wish Xbox Live was like PSN. You know what I'm saying? I wish PSN was like Xbox Live. Excuse me, because that would be a better blend for that. But we'll see later down the road if Sony can get with the times and fix that. Phil Spencer is sadly catching up to from Don Matrix's arrogance. Remedy is not allergic to money. Will work for Sony. If I'm not mistaken, Remedy is free, right? Remedy is a free agent. You guys know that? Is Remedy a free agent? Because they're a free agent. Oh, yeah, they'll definitely work with Sony if they're a free agent. PlayStation satisfies every genre. That's why I think the brand is never going anywhere. Yeah, I believe so, too. You look at the amount of money the PlayStation 4 has brought in this generation. It legit has kept Sony afloat. Like, they have made more profit than they have made in the past 4 or 5 years, So, yeah, it makes sense. Devs like Sony better because, from what I understand, it's creative freedom. You give them freedom. Yep, I just covered that. And the best way to really understand that, too, is you look at a behind-the-scenes video on games like Quantum Break, really any game that you'll see like people walking around in the background. If you see any games like that, like an interview, you'll always see Phil Spencer in the background. You'll see whoever it is, like Major Nelson, and they're talking in the background. They're like, "Oh yeah, like they do this, that, and the third. Like monitoring up. Yeah, that's not freedom, guys. That's not freedom. That is not creative freedom when it comes to games. So they don't give them freedom, man. They just don't. But bring on Death Stranding. We're gonna get a trailer. We might get some gameplay at PSX this year, hopefully. So get ready for that. Any other questions before I head on out of here? Any more questions? No other questions, guys? I'm pretty sure I answered a good chunk. Oh, that's the sad part. All right. I'll see you guys later, man. You guys be good. Make sure you like the video, all right? Catch you guys